Okay, guys, so I think it's time to go ahead and see what we can be made of. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and try to rally this guy right here. Lazy Xiao. That's what he has. That's the type of gear that we're gonna be going up against. But I want to see where I stand right now with all these crazy high players with my new research. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what we can do. Of course, I just scouted him. Let me see what we got. So range cav, range cav. So he's very range cav heavy. He has a pretty even mix. So okay, this is what we're gonna do. 5-minute rally. We're gonna go all ranged. No T3. Yeah, we're just gonna go all ranged, just like that. 4 Royal Cavalry, 4 Royal Guard, and here we go. Okay, so for this, I want to go ahead and hit Infantry Wedge, and I'll let you guys know why in a bit. But I also want to go ahead and put my range talents. Yeah, there we go. So this to me is going to be one of those things where it kind of lets me know where I stand in the game, because obviously with guys like this, a lot of times there's no hope for us. But we're about to see if we can at least have a chance, like, you know, because guys like this usually are pretty untouchable. But I just want to know if we can at least have a shot. That's all we need. It's granted, if I was to hit with his same composition and everything, I would never win. Like, I would never win. But if I can win with just one rally instead of just having to do a double, and I can win not just by like just a little bit, I want to see how that is. Now, of course, we have to fill. This is not planned or anything, so there is that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see. It's not a full rally, but we probably will have to make do. We'll make do with this. I don't think we filled it. No, we didn't fill it. Damn, man. But hold on, did they just leave the fort? They left the fort. So we're gonna hit it just to reset it, but that's anticlimactic. They didn't even stay in the fort, which kind of sucks. But we're gonna see if we can get another one here. And they just reset it, so yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. We're gonna pull it back. When is he launching? There he goes. That is a 11-second rally. Okay, I guess we're launching now. Army attack boost. And ranged. What did he send? He sent a mix set? That's weird. We didn't hit anything. Well, this is very anticlimactic. Very much so. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Okay. Give it a shot. Okay, so we're gonna fake out ranged, and then we're gonna go back to cavalry. Okay, it worked. So The reason I did that is so he can maybe put infantry in front, and he did. Whew! Yeah, that worked. That definitely worked. Oh my goodness. Against... What did he have? What kind of gear did he have? So he had his range gear. That's odd. Oh snap, did we just get hit? What the hell? That was a rally somewhere? And he sent Drakes. Yo, these people are crazy. Wow, so they carpeted a rally from Carajo Land, as I like to call it. And honestly, I didn't do that bad. Considering I had 1,000,000 less troops. Like, granted, we got hurt, but considering the circumstances, we didn't really get hurt that badly. That's really strange. Okay, so this is definitely time because I didn't know that this guy was Mythic champ. Now the accessories are purple, but I don't know if most of you know, but champion accessories at purple are better than like Mythic Blight Rings, Mythic Scrolls. They're better than most accessories. I think they're equivalent, or they might even be just a bit better than a gold cup. So yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. He is very cavalry heavy now, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if maybe we can do a cavalry rally. I'm doing a 10-minute rally because first of all, there's no rush. Second of all, the fort still has 45 minutes and it gives us more time to fill. It's just really, it's really weird. What did I, yeah, he had more troops than me on that last one too. So I don't know if he ever swapped to his actual gear or if he stayed with his range. The other good thing about going cavalry here is that he only really has one range hero. So that means that only one range squad is going to have a squad attack. So that is very heavy on my favor. And then if he doesn't change this composition, less than 1,000,000 heroic cannoneers is not going to stop 3.4 calves. It's just not. So yeah. One thing that I do know is that when people only send like calves, that means that more than likely he's going to be defending in a ranged phalanx, which makes me feel like I should definitely still take it or hit it with range wedge. Yeah, I think range wedge is still the best option, to be honest. But yeah, they're actually changing their composition, so I'm about to check this out, see what they're gonna be changing it to, because we got a couple people that are sending more troops in. Okay, so finally the test that we wanted. This guy is obviously going to be in range phalanx, and he's changing to range again for whatever reason. But yeah. Him being in range gear also doesn't help me at all because it's not good. Not good at all. Why is he in range gear? He's definitely making sure his front is as strong as possible, but he's also got Mythic champion gear. So I'm confused as to what he's actually doing. Like, he's gonna pop a 50 more than likely. Like, let's be honest, he's gonna pop a 50. You know, he still has a 20. So it's 1.2 heroic cannoneers. He does have a lot of heroic fighters, so there is that. We need better spam, because if not, we're gonna be in trouble. We will be trouble if we don't spam a little harder. Okay. Now the question is he gonna stay in his range gear or will he switch? That is the question. I guess we're about to find out right now. Let me make sure that I am in the right phalanx, and I am range wedge. Yeah. Let's just see. Let's just see. All right. 50%. Let's do it. It's popped. And let's go. Let's move it. 19-second walk speed. And that's still super slow though. It's not bueno. 9 seconds, 8, 7, 6, 5, and cavalry. Did he switch? Did he switch to his regular gear? He did not. He stayed in range gear. So okay. Now let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this hit. How did we do this time? Not as good, but still really nice. Especially since he took it in range phalanx with range gear. Yeah, that was pretty good. Now the main question that I have, especially since we're going up against a mythic champion guy that for some reason, well, to be honest, he couldn't really use his mythic gear because it's heavy infantry ranged. So yeah. Yeah, that's why I went wedge. That's exactly why. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I mean by going in wedge. So he was in range phalanx, right? But as you can tell, we didn't just hit cannoneers. We actually hit heroic fighters as well. As you can tell, look, we hit actually more heroic fighters than cannoneers. The reason being is because I hit with ranged wedge. And a lot of people don't really know this, but when you're attacking with only one troop type and you attack with a wedge, like for instance range wedge, or if you go infantry wedge, when your troops are positioned like this, 2 rows back to back, a lot of times what they do is they start hitting these 2 rows. So for instance, since I went range wedge, my cavalry lineup in his range phalanx actually hit range and then infantry like this, instead of just hitting all in their front. Because for instance, if I was going all cavalry and I went range phalanx to keep my cavalry all the way in the back, I would have literally only attacked his ranged all the way straight up. But because I went range wedge, instead of going all through just range, we actually hit ranged and infantry. So that's very important to know, especially when you're rallying something like this. It's very important. Very important. But now I know that even against the biggest, well, I wouldn't say the biggest, but like people with gold champion gear, even completely countered, even with people with mythic champion gear, because this guy has mythic champion gear, I can stand a chance. Now, I'm not saying that I'm gonna win all of them, but I can stand a chance and I can do some damage. So I am so happy to see that the research went into really good use, especially since I didn't just edge him out or anything like that. I just actually noticed that he was missing like 150,000 troops, but that wouldn't have saved it for him anyway. It would have made it a little closer, but it still wouldn't have mattered. The other big thing that I want to point out is that even though he countered with range gear, range phalanx and everything. Because I went range wedge, and because he only had one range hero, that was huge. Even though he had all army heroes, he only really had one range hero that that could apply a squad attack. So let me actually view the battle. Let me view the battle. So here's what I'm talking about, right? My cavalry is going to go ahead and attack the range, but we're also going to go ahead and start attacking the infantry as well. And if you take a look at their range, there's only going to be one squad that's going to be getting big and actually doing damage to me. And once we cut through the range and we flip over to his infantry, that's where you'll see that the morale is not, it's not going to get even close. So watch, we're going to destroy the first two squads, boom, and then what they do, they turned back to attack the infantry. That's the biggest difference there. That's why you need to understand how wedges work, how phalanxes work. And look at that, it was close up until the troops started attacking the infantry. So yeah, that's why rally leads, you can have a lot of like amazing gear, but knowledge can get you to a further place. Like, if you have a lot of good knowledge, even with okay gear, now I'm not saying my gear is okay. My gear is really good. Not champion level, but it's still really top tier. But even if you don't have like the best of the best type of gear, if you put a lot of information to use, whereas a lot of these other rally leads, and you know the ones I'm talking about, the ones that are just stats, that's all that matters, you can beat them. You can beat them. But like I said, I'm just happy to see that my research actually went into good use, because I know now that even against Mythic champion players, I can stand a chance. Look at that. Yeah, it was unfortunate that we got hit that unexpected rally after we hit and got carpeted from like another fort or whatever. But when you're in a super active kingdom with 10 or something guilds going after forts, I guess you have to be more careful. So that was really on me. But I don't know. It's really exciting to know that. Not only that, once I go ahead and finish, what's her face? Snail Princess? That's another 200k troops that I'm gonna have. So I'm excited. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We had some Mythic champion run from fort. We had some stay. And we also made an oopsie, but that's what you can expect in war. Appreciate you guys for watching, and until later.